Heidi the Plumber, and I'd like to share with you a few tips to take care of your plumbing. So what you were just looking at was a curb stop. Not that important, you wouldn't be accessing it. It is a shut-off to the water to your whole house. I wanted to make sure you knew not to bury that. I have some customers where, for a few different reasons, I need to access it, and it's either buried in a garden, in a shrub, or in the driveway, which is fine. But if the city or I ever need to access that to shut off the water to your house, we need to be able to locate it. That is what I want to talk to you about, shutting off the water to your house. I hope you already know how to do that. If you don't, give me a call. I want to help you locate your water shut off. I happen to know that mine is in my crawl space. Wherever yours is, make sure it's accessible. You never know if you need it for an emergency. What I just accessed mine for was to shut off water to the house while I went on vacation. That's what brought up a lot of the thought of sharing my tips. Now, if you'll see, my crawl space, at times, because you don't have to access it regularly, can get a little bit difficult to get at anything. Something I did for a few of my customers and also for myself is that I piped a separate line into the main part of the house where I can access the shutoff, and then it goes right back down into the crawl space. It doesn't disrupt the whole system, it's not a big job at all, and it's certainly easier for moments like I experienced going on vacation. When you shut off the water to your house, there's a few different valves that you might find. So I'm going to show you a few just to kind of let you know what you would be looking at. I've got a ball valve right here. You could have different kind of piping. You could have PEX piping, you could have copper piping. That doesn't matter. But this one is a ball valve. Right now it will be in the on position. If you see if there's pipe coming up and down, this is in line with the pipe, showing the water could flow through. When you close it, the handle is perpendicular to the pipe, indicating that it is closed. So it's a quarter turn ball valve. You might find another kind of a ball valve. This is about the same, different size, different style. This is open, this is closed. If you have something, kind of what some of my customers call as the old style, is not that your valve would look like this, but you might have a handle like this, which is where you turn it clockwise to close it. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty kind of idea. Those are the different valves you might find. When you shut the water off to your house, I always encourage you to go to the faucet. Upstairs, downstairs, doesn't really matter. You just want to relieve the pressure. So I just recommend you just walk in, turn the faucet on for roughly 30 seconds. I don't have the water off. For about 30 seconds. It doesn't have to completely drain all the water. And I especially want to point out that you don't want to leave the faucet on. Not a good idea. There's a few different reasons why, a few different scenarios, but just don't do it. Last point is when we are doing, when I went away on vacation, I also happen to have a gas hot water heater that has this little dial that's accessible and safe for me to use, even if I wasn't a plumber, to close down the system so I'm not heating the water continuously while I'm gone. The pilot light is not going out. So if we zoom into this dial right here, you'll note that right now my dial is set. I've got a low, hot, A, B, C, and very hot. I have mine at B. I remembered it was at B, but if you want, you could put an indicator there. And when I went on vacation, I just put it all the way down to low. Some of yours might say VAC, V-A-C. It's actually a vacation mode. If you don't have, to make a point actually, when you get home, you need to turn it back up to where it is at, and be aware it takes about 45 minutes for your hot water tank to get back at the desired temperature. So be patient. Be sure to turn your water on as well at the same time. If you don't have a gas hot water tank, you don't have a dial like this, even if you have a gas hot water heater and it doesn't look quite like this and it's not accessible, I do not encourage you to start turning knobs. And if you have electrical, I don't want you to start pulling off the covers and trying to adjust the temperatures of the elements. I'm not recommending that. But if you do have a hot water tank, if I've installed it for you and it has the setting, I encourage you to take advantage of that. So, thank you for listening. If you have any calls, any concerns, you want to give me a call, 604-808-3655. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.